everyone. It's going to be a busy day here at the high school. Homecoming is tonight, and there are a bunch of things planned before the big game. As you can see, this week a lot of preparations have been made for homecoming, such as Spirit Week. You can tell by my outfit. The parade planned for this afternoon has been canceled due to the weather. Then at about 2:30, students will be released for a pep rally to either the football field or the gym, depending on the weather. Tonight, the Dons will face the Scott City Rams at 7, and the homecoming ceremony will be held at halftime of the game. Good luck to the Dons and the homecoming candidates tonight. Mr. and Miss DHS was held this past Saturday. The event was sponsored by Project Graduation and included an auction before the event. The Skills USA candidate, Max Torres, was named Mr. DHS, while Beta Club member Hanny Ezel was crowned as Miss DHS. Congratulations to you both. Red Ribbon Week is coming up next week, and the theme this year is Life is a Journey, travel drug-free. Bracelets will be handed out to all students. There will be drug-free lessons and health classes, ribbon signings, and of course dress-up days all week. Here's the list of dress-up themes for each day. Monday is Travel Drug-Free into the Future, or Dress as Your Future Career Day. Tuesday, Travel the World Day Drug-Free, or Tacky Tourist. Wednesday, Give Drugs the Boot, or Western Day. Thursday, Hairs to a Drug-Free Future, Crazy Hair or Hat Day. And Friday will wrap up the week with Rock Your Drug-Free Journey, which is Rock and Roll Day. There will also be an assembly next Friday for all students during second hour. Jostens will be here on Monday during advisory to meet with the senior class about graduation products, such as cap and gowns. They will return next Friday during lunch to take orders for graduation items and deliver class rings. Project Graduation is putting the final touches on the haunted house. Downtown at the old radio station on Grand Street, they will open on Saturday at 7 for the first time, and then open back up next Friday for the week of Halloween. Skills USA held their officer installation this week. Colin Mattingly and John Larimore were sworn in as co-presidents this year, followed by Stephen Lane as vice president, Lexi Evans as secretary, reporter Taylor Decker, parliamentarian Nick Schroeder, and Jesse Johns as historian. Advisors are Angel and Dorothy Stoll. Speaking of Skills USA, they are sponsoring a Fortnite tournament on Saturday, November 3rd. It will be held at the Career Center, and it will be a duo tournament, which is teams of 2. It will cost $40 per team to enter. You must be a freshman or older, play on either PS4 or Xbox, and the first 24 teams will be allowed to enter. To see the rules and more information, you can either check out the flyers in the hallways or go to our Facebook page for Current River Broadcasting. It's first come, first served for registration. It's time for a couple reviews this week. The new Venom movie has been at the top of the box office, and 21 Pilots dropped a new album last week. We're going to start the review of Venom, which is the latest Marvel movie to take over the movie theaters. Here's Jesse with his take on the movie, and if it's worth the time and money, go see.
Venom came 2 weekends ago, and it's the 5th Marvel movie to hit the big screen this year. Just like any other Marvel movies, it was the top movie of the weekend, making $80 million. While the movie starts off slow, hang in there for the big action.
Venom is an anti-superhero movie and is rated PG-13. Eddie Brock is played by Tom Hardy, who you may remember from The Dark Knight Rises as Bane. Eddie is a journalist who loses his job and then gets affected by something from outer space, which turns him into the Venom character. Without giving away the movie too much, Venom goes on a mission to stop mad scientists from creating creatures from destroying the world. The movie is action-packed, has some funny parts, and has some very little bad language. If you're a fan of Marvel movies, I think you'll like the latest release and it's worth going to see.
We are Venom.
Overall, I give this movie a 3.5 stars.
Thanks, Jesse. Lexi is up next with her review of the 21 Pilots album, Trench. It's their 4th album and the first since Blurryface 3 years ago. Here's Lexi with the review and why you may need to be a little patient with this album.
Hey guys, today I'll be reviewing Trench by 21 Pilots, which was released October 5th. This is the first album released by the duo since 2015. I'll be honest, when I first listened to this album, I was really disappointed and didn't like it. But after a few listens, I love it. This album is standard 21 Pilots, cryptic and emotional lyrics with hip-hop and electronic-influenced alternative music. Trench is different than their other albums though, because it is more melodic, less energetic, and overall smoother. At first I worried about how they would perform these songs live, but I have no doubt they will perform them in the same way 21 Pilots performs all their songs, spiritedly and enthusiastically. And speaking of performing, 21 Pilots Bandito Tour kicked off in Nashville on October 16th. My top 3 songs from Trench are Morph, Chlorine, and Levitate. Overall, I give Trench 4 out of 5 stars. I recommend listening to Trench, and if you don't enjoy it the first time you listen to it, give it a second chance.
Thanks, Lexi. That's it for news and announcements this week. Here's Shay with sports.
Thanks. In sports this week, the volleyball team wrapped up the regular season with games on Monday and Tuesday. On Monday, they traveled to Puxico and won that match in 3 sets. On Tuesday, it was the last home game of the season as senior night for the 4 senior Donettes. It was a back-and-forth match against Ellington, but the Donettes would fall to the Whippets in 3 sets. Coming up next week is the district tournament on Monday, where the Donettes will play St. Genevieve in the first round. The football team played at Fredericktown last Friday and lost their game by a score of 48-8. Tonight is homecoming, as we mentioned earlier, and the Dons will face Scott City. That's it for sports this week. Here's Tammy with the weekend weather forecast.
Thanks. A lot of sun this weekend and October-like temperatures. Saturday will be mostly sunny with a high of 66. Sunny on Sunday and cooler with a high of 55. And then we're back up to 60 on Monday under mostly sunny skies. That's our newscast for this week. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.